Welcome back to another episode of Gran Turismo 2. Before we get started, I want to show you something that I thought was pretty funny. I was in the middle of getting my international B license. I heard that it's very important to finish all of them as early as possible, and I finished this one up yesterday, the international C, getting B, and in the middle of it, I was about to do this one. Now, just to save time when I do it, I always watch what they want me to do first and then attempt it. So check this out. And it just stops. The demonstration failed. The person who was recording for the demonstration of what you're supposed to do in this game failed, and they left it in the game. Like, of course I could try and figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do, but I needed to show you guys that because I was just shocked. I was like, wait a minute, you left the fail in the game? That's just insane. Now what we were going to do is to go ahead and buy a few cars I found in the used car lot. However, I hope they're still there because I just realized at the bottom of the screen it changed to day 72. And before I showed you that little mix-up, it was day 71. And that's when I was shopping. I was like, okay, we're going to come in. We're going to buy all these cars that I want. One of the cars, I guess I should get this one first. It's very popular, I suppose, in Goosiest and Ryzen videos. There it is. It's still here. The AutoZam. They're always talking about it, and it looks kind of funny. I've never really paid attention to it because of how often they change perspectives in the game. I just remember Ryzen describing it as the fastest car in the game. So we're gonna buy that and hope that the date doesn't change. No. Still day 72. Okay. That's my mid-engine rear wheel, and I wanted a four-wheel drive. I'm thinking Subaru Impreza because I kind of like it. But there's also this Mitsubishi Evo Lancer. I'm thinking we can afford both of them. I don't know why we would want both of them. I kind of like the way this one looks. I think I'll take it. So first I'm going to buy... I didn't know. I thought there was only one turbo kit. I thought it was... And that's what we got. And I found out there was more of them. And the second one can get us to 333 horsepower. Which we need because there's a few races we haven't done yet that require us to be 345 horsepower. 345, and with the 6,000 we have left, there was one more upgrade. I don't know what it is. I was looking at them earlier. Was it like a port and polish that would give us like 13? That's 6 more horsepower. And it's 5,000. I think we can do that. Let me just check. Ooh, 341. Oh, but we don't have enough money. I'm gonna get it. Please excuse me while I go get some money. Alright, I've got the money. Engine? Balancing? Yes. 41. 341. We might be able to squeak out something. Oh, that's 48. Yeah, the max is 345. We can finish off the ones that are missing here. At least a few. Some of them are 400 horsepower, and I don't think we can get that. But here's 345. We are 341. This car is so much harder to control now. Got most of our money back. There we go. All of Japan complete. 394. We're 41. That's too low. UK 245. Trial Mountain. What? Bunch of dirty cheaters. Let's go, 5th place. I told myself as the last few corners, I am not going to be absolute last. Man. But we're going to do it again. Okay. Let's go, first place. These races are getting tougher and I like it. I don't want it to be the same level of difficulty. More money. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed and don't forget to subscribe. I've got to go make a butt ton of money because we got to go make those cars we just bought in this episode good enough to race. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.